Hey everyone, this is Chris Johnson, DJ Possess of Chicago, and what I'm going to do now is make my first video in how I DJ. And what I'm going to go over is start to finish how I prepare my songs for Traktor, from starting with downloading them from a DJ pool, setting them up in iTunes, getting the BPM and the time and all that together, cover art, and then finally bringing them into Traktor and doing my beat grids. So where I'm going to start is with the DJ pool that I belong to. It's called iDJ and you can find that online. And of all the DJ pools out there, I like this one the best because it does give me full MP3 file sizes of 320 kilobits, and I get about between 3 to 500 songs from them each week. And the folder structure I have broken down here on my external hard drive matches what they have on their FTP website. And I'll either set a folder up and download all the songs overnight, or if I sometimes can, I do them at work over lunch and go from there. So you see on the left here, all these folders that I have are the same folder structure they have online, so it keeps me organized. And if you look under, let's say under dance, then I have all the weeks for dance for this year, everything from 2010, 2011, and another 2012 folder. So they break down their songs by week, and if you look at urban here, same thing. Each week of the year, and then 2010, 2011, and some other stuff I have in 2012. So I'll download those, and then I will go over to iTunes and do File, Add to Library, pick whatever folder is the latest one that I need, hit Open, and it will bring over the songs into iTunes. Now when I first get these, you'll see I have a lot of things that say unknown album and no cover art. Now iDJ doesn't provide the album art, and these are mostly, obviously these are new songs. So every week something might come out to the record pool before it hits the charts, before it gets Billboard, and you have to go through some other steps in order to get the album art or whatever album it might be titled on. So let's look at the songs like this. So I have a name, artist, rating, genre, time, BPM, year, grouping, and comments. Now, when you first get these from the DJ pool, a lot of times the BPM might not be in there. The time and the year will. The genre I kind of customize because I already have dance tracks, and so anything that I download from the record pool, I want to call dance tracks new dance. Billboard, and further down here we'll get urban, which will be your hip hop, your R&B. So I have all these songs in a smart playlist, and I'm going to right click on my playlist here and show you edit. And the way I have my smart playlist set up is anything I've downloaded in the last 5 days. The rating is less than 1 star. The genre is not delete, not acapella, not instrumental. Now, I'm going to go over this really quickly here, but I'm going to make some other videos and go over each aspect of this in more detail. For right now, I'm giving you a big, broad overview of how I process my songs just about every week, and then later I'll go into more detail about the little nuances of it. So the next thing I do after I have songs in iTunes is I bring up a program that I have called BeatTunes, and that is here. Now BeatTunes is a paid software program, and honestly I can't remember how much it is. I don't remember if it's 30 bucks or more for the year. And what BeatTunes does is it will read your iTunes library, and you'll see the folder playlists that I have here on the left match what I have in iTunes. So I will go to BeatTunes, and let's see, all these songs are already done, but what you can see here is that I have name, artist, genre, grouping, BPM. BeatTunes will read through your songs and correctly put the BPM and write it to the MP3 file. It will also add a thing called color. It will tell you what key the song is in and a whole lot of other information in here that it will add to the file. The most important thing is what you see here on the screen right here. All this other stuff here is good, but I don't ever use it. So there's another program out there called Mixed in Key, which I don't have, but I understand it does the same thing. I like BeatTunes. It works for me. Any program out there is going to have little bugs and quirks. You might find people complaining about them. People complain about iTunes, but you know, there are people that could win a Rolls Royce in a church bazaar and still complain about paying for the gas. So anyway, I have all the songs here, and like I said, it'll put in your BPM, it'll add color, and it'll add key. I will go over that in another video when I explain BeatTunes further. Now, one thing that BeatTunes doesn't do, or until recently it didn't put in album art. They just made an update to that, so you can get album art from BeatTunes now. But in the meantime, I use another program. So I put everything in BeatTunes, and I'm going to show you just real quick here. If you right click and you say Analyze, and you get this option here, and I will analyze the song and it will add in all this data here. I will do the BPM and determine the color. It will determine the key. If I want, it will detect the silence at the start and the beginning, import lyrics, identify the language, and compute the gain. Now, the only things that I use this for is for the key, color, BPM, and this metadata here. And also this metadata here if it happens to be incorrect. So let's say if I've gone through a song and I know the BPM couldn't be right, so I'll have it reanalyze it. So that's how I analyze my songs, but I'm going to skip that step for right now. Once that's done, all this data here fills in on the right. I'm going to move on now to the next program that I use, and that is called TuneUp. TuneUp is a program that I believe is about 20 bucks a year for a membership, and it works with iTunes. And I'll resize my window here, and you'll see that TuneUp sits on the right side of iTunes. So let's say if I take a couple of songs here, and I'm drag them into this window. And so now it's going to search online for the songs that I dropped in. And it's going to find the matching albums. And it will tell you what it doesn't find. Now, down here at the bottom, little wrench here. This is your preferences for BeatTunes. And this is what you can tell it to clean up. Now, I only have a couple things checked here. Remove the disc number from the album name. Genres is 20 levels. This is the metadata I wanted to save. Track name, album artist, track artist, album artist, year, and cover art. Now, a lot of times I will uncheck this information here because I've already gotten that either from the download originally or from BeatTunes. And what I wanted to make sure I get correct is the year and the cover art. So as you can see here, it found Pink Friday for Nicki Minaj, and one track down here it didn't find, which was The Boys, which is this track here by Nicki Minaj. So didn't recognize the title or doesn't know what it is, or it could be a remix. These are the things you get from record pools. And if I hit save that, and I'll hit clear and delete that. So if I look at my album art, and you can see once the process gets done, it goes through a good number of the tracks and finds the album art for them and makes your library look pretty. Okay, so downloaded songs, brought them into iTunes. I scrubbed them with BeatTunes to get the BPM, the color, and the time. And I scrubbed them with TuneUp so I can get the cover art and some other information if I want it. So now I have, for this week, 582 songs. Now, when are you going to find the time to go through all these songs and add them to your DJ set? Well, lucky for me, my commute to and from work every day is about an hour on a train. So I have the luxury of sitting there with my headphones in my lap and my computer, and I go through all these songs and I listen to them pretty quickly. Let's see, just for example, let's just hit this one here. Okay, now, good beat, good intro. I'll skip through here, skip through here, skip through there. Alright. Okay, fine. Just from that, I can tell whether or not it's a song that I'm going to want to play out. So what I will do is I will give it, let's say we'll give it 3 stars, and the song disappears. Now the second song was the same thing, and I'm going to give that 4 stars. Song disappears. Now you'll notice here on the left, I have a bunch of custom smart playlists. Now I've got an iTunes library of, well, let's just see here. $40,000 songs. And 104 different genres. That's a lot of music. But I have this stuff organized here. So you'll notice I've got a smart playlist that says 3-star songs and a smart playlist that says 4 through 5-star songs. And the Bruno Mars tune I just played is up here. Let me minimize tune up and stretch this out here. The reason for this is that I've got a smart playlist here that will tell me any songs with the rating of 2 to 3 stars where the grouping is not HSK. Reason for that is that once I've listened to all these songs and I have them 3 stars, I go through and I change the grouping to my name. Then on the comments, I will add a comment in here. Good urban, good classic hip hop, good remix. The key word here is good. And sometimes I'll notate if I got it from the DJ pool or if it's from someplace else. Those are all my 3-star songs. These are all your average run-of-the-mill good songs to play at a club. My 4-star songs, same thing here. I've got 4 and 5-star ratings. I add in the grouping DJ Possess 4 5-star rating. I put in the comments good dubstep, good deep house, good club dance. The key word here is banger. That's my keyword, that's my indicator to know that this is a killer song. If I'm stuck in a jam or if I'm looking for what to start out in a set, I go to my bangers. If somebody is requesting the latest piece of crap song from Kesha, it's probably in a banger. Look at that, Katy Perry, how about that? Anyway, so I will go into this in more detail on another video, but I use my star ratings, I use my grouping, and I use my comments, and I'm very anal retentive about it. Down here, you'll see this list is nothing but bangers for Billboard. Club dance, deep house, electro dance, hip hop, house, new dance. Now you'll see, now I only have 49 house songs. Well, there are 49 4 and 5-star banger songs. Further down here, I have the rest of my lists, and down here I've got house broken down into 80s, 90s, 2000s. So I have a whole lot more house songs to choose from. I've got house electro, and I've got the new dance, and trance and techno. So I have all these custom lists made up. It breaks down all my songs by genre, by year, and you can even see for things like hip-hop, I've got 80s, 90s, 2000s hip-hop, so I can know immediately where to go if somebody wants to hear some old school. The reason this is important is because now I will minimize iTunes